Cosmos with Bailey. I'm a clairvoyant, psychic medium, and spiritual healer based in New Zealand. Welcome. So today's video is for our dear men, and I've done a lot of video on men. I dream a lot of what's going on for men. There's a lot of changing over happening in the cosmos for men, a lot of awareness around feminine energy, a lot of upgrading happening. It's very exciting. There's a lot of evolutionary energies opening up for men to start reaching higher expressions of masculinity that haven't previously been opened on the earth, because we are moving and evolving into higher expressions of masculine and feminine in alignment with the heart. So I would 100% go and watch one of my first videos I did, and I'll link it, the planetary collapse of old world masculine and feminine. And we are in the stages of collapsing out the ego consciousness now. And so there is room opening for the higher king essence and the divine feminine for men, and also moving into more loving and empowering spiritual relationships, which is very exciting. And there's a lot of divorces on the way happening as well, and a lot of collapsing out of relationships and connections that have been running off of lots of disempowerment or old world energies in the masculine and feminine. So this video I'm really excited to do, and this video is for all the men who want a good woman. And I'm going to talk a little bit about why you want a highly intuitive, incredibly intuitive woman on your arm as a man. But this can also be through a sister, this could be someone that you go to for guidance. It could be a friend of a friend, but I highly recommend, if you are after a wife, if you're after a partner, if you're after a girlfriend, you want an incredibly intuitive and grounded, onto-it woman on your arm. Because I said in the video, has social media made us socially, romantically, and spiritually lazy? I said in this video that men, and I talked about masculine and feminine in that video, and I said how with men, the female energy that they surround themselves with will either make or break them. And the feminine energy can either enhance your masculinity or it can degrade your masculinity. And this is why, and because we're moving into higher spheres on this earth, men are going to go through some initiatory pathways when it comes to feminine energy, and really understanding the difference between the divine feminine and the lower realm feminine. So this is why I've got a lot of videos up on succubus. If you go to my earlier videos, I'll link them for the men. Energetic harvestation of the masculine essence, saying no and stuff like that. And so the reason why you want a woman who is self-assured, highly intuitive, common sense, grounded, not airy-fairy, not out for service validation, is because she will change your life. And a woman of that caliber, I would say, highly intuitive, grounded, perceptive, can't be fooled. She's very good at picking out a wolf in sheep's clothing. You want a type of that woman in your life, whether it be a business partner or a wife. Who are you going to go to for guidance? And men need that strong, divine, feminine essence to help them into more of their king essence and abundance. As I said, the feminine energy that you surround yourself with will make or break your divine masculine essence. And typically a woman in the divine feminine, and it's like this, you've got to discern the difference. You've got to spiritually discern the difference. The divine feminine isn't necessarily going to be wearing the flashiest outfit. She's going to be the most authentic woman in the room. And we are evolving out of these relationships where it's just surface looks. And men are going to go through this initiatory pathway into sort of moving out of those lower realm relationships and finding the divine feminine. Because men cannot be great without the divine feminine. So yes, you want an incredibly intuitive woman on your arm, because she will be able to decipher where you should be putting your business. If there's a wolf in sheep's clothing, or that doesn't feel right, and you want access to that higher intuition that the divine feminine has, because otherwise you're fricked. I've seen this happen. I know how it works. If men surround themselves with low caliber, I don't like talking about people in low caliber. I'm talking about women who are very surface and after their ego and do things for external validation all the time. I do know that women in that energy can also pretend to be healers and psychics. I've seen a lot of women lie and say they're intuitive or clairvoyant when it's actually their own insecurities that they're projecting. So you want an incredibly secure, independent, self-autonomous, and intuitive woman on your arm. And I can guarantee you these types of women are not going to be online trying to fool or trick you. So I talk about this, I think I talked about this in the men discerning feminine energy and the sacral chakra and discerning the difference between females. And also because we've got a lot of children incarnating that I've been dreaming about coming through, men are going to go through the process of really owning and becoming their best selves for the new younger generation that's coming through. And if you're feeling children, if you're dreaming of children, or you're like, I'm going to be a dad soon, but there's no one around, you are 100% picking up on children that are getting ready to come through to you from the cosmos. So, pick your feminine energy wisely, because the feminine energy can either make you into a king or a degenerate, like divine feminine king, or you can degenerate your masculine essence into the lower realms of existence and never hit the levels that you're capable of, because you do not have a strong, self-sufficient, self-autonomous, intuitive, onto-it woman on your arm. And if you're feeling like, my gosh, where is this woman? I can feel her energy. You're probably going to go on a bit of a journey to try and find her. Also, in order to get ready for the divine feminine, you first have to go through a lot of testing and trials and shut down connections with lower realm feminine energy that's trying to hinder you or trying to leech off you or trying to stop you from becoming amazing or interfering in your relationships. And it can be a lot of fun to just own your energy and be like, hey, stop. This is my masculine energy. It's very empowering for me. Yeah, so the reason why you do want the divine feminine on your arm, or an incredibly intuitive woman, and be careful, because women can trick you with their intuition. So be careful and discern. Is because she can pick up nuances in energy like no tomorrow. She'll be able to discern very quickly if something is in right alignment or not. And the divine feminine, or an incredibly intuitive and grounded common sense woman, can change your whole entire life. Dependent on what feminine energy you give yourself to, you are either giving away your masculine essence and degenerating your spirit, or you are on the search for the divine feminine, so you may have self-respect, dignity, and love for yourself, and align with the divine feminine who makes you into a king. And the process of knowing the divine feminine for men is through the heart space. It's through getting high levels of self-respect for the masculine essence and only wanting the best of the best females out there. And you've got to really build up that masculine essence within you. And I have a healing program coming out soon, Reclaim Your Masculine Fire. But in the meantime, if you really resonate with what I said and you're having a lot of epiphanies, you are most welcome to book a one-on-one session with me. Whether it be a 1 hour psychic session, and we can tune into your energy, see what's going on with the babies, what's going on with feminine energy, why you need to, if you can't move out of certain realms of energy, and you're just sort of really not resonating with what you were working with before, or you can book a 1.5-hour session. Just send yes. And so depending on the feminine energy that you feel worthy of, that's what you're going to attract, and then that's what's going to be your experience with the feminine. And a lot of men don't know that once they start upgrading their masculine spirit, they start resonating and drawing in more mature feminine energy. And men really need to go through the process of understanding the divine feminine essence in the everyday world, and to not be fooled by external glitz and glam or things that look good only on the surface, because that's how men sort of get tricked often. And if you feel you've given a lot of your money or your energy away to fruitless circumstances when it comes to women, if you feel like you keep getting disrespected, you're not loved, you're not seen by women, you're only sort of being really used and abused for very surface things, you need to get some boundaries, you need to get some self-respect, and you need to get some self-worth for your masculine essence, and you need to stop putting yourself in those situations, because king energy does not tolerate that. I liken that to the temples often, old world temple culture. Men in those very, very high levels in those temples did not have time, tolerance, or patience for feminine energy that did not have that high caliber divine feminine energy. This is like, anyone can say they're divine feminine, but are they actually? And men in those higher king realms on the earth have very, very high levels of self-respect, very, very high levels of discernment with feminine energy, and are able to say, back off, no thank you, to feminine energy that is not going to love and respect who he is as a person. So, and there's a lot of stuff out there in the collective consciousness and in beliefs that we have to give ourselves away to the feminine because she's downtrodden. No, thank you. We are evolving out of the feminine being downtrodden, and we are wanting empowered women now. And we stop the self-sacrifice and the emotional caretaking. A grown-up woman doesn't need to be emotionally coddled. She's not going to dump all over you and expect you to take care of it. She's got her own things going on, and she wants to enjoy your masculinity. Your choice, men. What do you want? Do you want the higher, intuitive, divine feminine who's going to make your life, your business, your love life amazing and literally love and respect your divine masculine essence? So I'm just going to say quickly, you also want a woman who's going to put boundaries on you and ask you to do better. The divine feminine will not tolerate your sloppy masculine essence. She will not tolerate unrefined behavior from you, and she will ask you to step up. And usually men who are really have a connection to that king energy within them, they love to meet the challenge of the divine feminine in that she says. And they will rise up and meet the challenge because they want to do better and they want to be better. And they also have a lot of respect for the divine feminine energy and the intuition. And they know high caliber divine feminine energy when they see it. And it is almost like a status symbol to have a woman, especially in those king realms, to have a woman with high levels of intuition on your arm. So, just reroute what it means to have status and what it means, what type of woman is on your arms. What type of space are you giving to feminine energy? Do you think you could do better? Okay, thank you so much for watching.